I love Japan. I fell in love with the country about 10 years ago as an exchange student. I want to incorporate more Japanese culture into my life, and learning the language was the first step. The toughest thing was finding places to eat, honestly, because you don't know how to say I want that. So I went to McDonald's a few times just because it was familiar. That's kind of gone away. You get more familiar with the local restaurants, how to order.
When I got here, I felt like a wall hitting me, like this is a new country and this is the way of living now. And it took a while to get used to, but I think I've finally settled in for real.
Almost immediately, like the first week, we learned like kore wa, sore wa, are wa, and I was actually able to be like, so that's how you say what is that? Or that's how you say like, you know, I'm from blah blah blah, because a lot of people they'll meet me and they'll be like, where are you from? You know, and I would be like, oh, I'm sorry, like before, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, Nihongo ga wakarimasen. Now I'm just like, America! And they'd be like, oh, you know, what area? And I'll actually understand.
Class is 100% in Japanese, but it's good for learning. You meet people from all over the world.
It was surprising that it started just like first day having a teacher speak Japanese. With my experience in Japanese language, I've understood it at the first, but with every lesson chapter in the book, it's getting progressively harder. And with the kanji coming, now I'm challenged.
We have 3 different teachers and each one does 1 or 2 days and they just rotate. So on Mondays, I like the teacher a lot more, so I'm like, yeah, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, the teacher's more like more strict. She's just like, okay, we're learning. We're not gonna play around, no joking, you know, no silliness, but she's still very nice. And then Fridays, he loves to joke around and stuff. So if you're like stressed or you have questions and stuff, you can talk with him because his English is actually pretty good.
I got a huge amount of support from Michael and Elena from GaijinPot. So a lot of the anxiety with going away to another country was really taken off my shoulders with the support I got. Like I live in Akabane, a few kilometers away from here, and just knowing that town beforehand was really nice. Just know where I could go to get something to eat or where I could go to shop. I learned my ways around the Akabane first, and then I got to explore. Now I'm exploring the rest of Tokyo, basically.
You could speak to even Japanese people here and they say, oh, I know GaijinPot. And it's kind of an all-encompassing service where they help you with the school, they help you with your apartment, they help you with any random questions you may have. So I sent them a list of some of my requirements and the things I was looking for in an apartment in Japan. And they provided a short list back to me saying, hey, these apartments match your criteria. Which one would you like to pursue? It's very small. But it's really all I need. Tiny kitchen, place to put my bed, and a small couch.
I had emailed like other schools and they were all like very obviously a template. They were just like, oh, thank you for considering us, da 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 da. And no one even mentioned like Ringo, because the first thing I mentioned was like, am I allowed to be in a dorm with a dog? But like Michael, very obviously, like he read it and was like, oh, I'm really glad that, you know, it's tough to like, you know, only know English and coming to Japan and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, he's like, as for the dog, you know, we'll definitely try to help you. And I was like, oh my God, someone's going to help me.